Aloha and welcome to Moonscope's Astrology. On today's show, you'll find out the juicy astrology details for the Scorpio solar eclipse on November 3rd through the Taurus full moon on November 17th. I'm your host, intuitive astrologer KG Stiles. Moonscope's Astrology is sponsored by PurePlantEssentials.com, Organic Aromatherapy, and HealthMasterySystems.com, the place to go for your transformational healthcare needs, including astrology sessions with me. Right now, you can order a 1-hour private session with me for a special eclipse report at 40% off until November 3rd. And I also have 1 question email readings available for only $20. Links appear below. Thank you for your comments. I always love hearing from you. Please continue liking and sharing the show with others and subscribe if you haven't. To start, I want to review the events leading up to the Scorpio annular solar eclipse. The constellation of planets from October 29th through the Scorpio solar eclipse on November 3rd are working in concert to create dynamic and pervasive change for you, effectively opening you to start something new in the area of your life where the Scorpio new moon is happening. An annular eclipse occurs when the moon appears to be smaller than the sun. As the moon covers the sun, a bright coronal light surrounds the dark face of the moon. The Sabian symbol for 11 degrees Scorpio is a drowning man is being rescued. This symbol conjures up an image of being relieved of former perilous circumstances and being helped to rise above a life-threatening predicament like a drowning man being rescued. Think and feel the Scorpio solar eclipse as an opportunity for a paradigm shift. The heavens are opening you to something incredibly new and exciting. Sometimes a solar eclipse may be felt as a deep cut to your psyche, as something must give way to make room for the new to take root and grow. It is exciting, but can feel a little overwhelming emotionally as lots of water elements are involved in the Scorpio solar eclipse. On October 29th, events accelerate rapidly leading up to the Scorpio solar eclipse as Mercury retrograde at 13 degrees Scorpio conjunct Saturn. Serious communications are on tap. An agreement may be reached about something of serious importance to you in this area of your life. You may wish to wait and sign on the dotted line until after Mercury goes direct on November 10th, if possible, as more information may be forthcoming. Saturn conjunct Mercury is excellent for downloading mature, almost magical ideas about resolving a serious matter now. On October 30th, the very next day, the Sun at 7 degrees Scorpio conjuncts the North Node. You have a clear indicator about how to move forward in regards to a serious matter in this area of your life. The North Node, Mercury, and Saturn are working together to bring something into form that has a feeling of destiny about it. October 31st is a day of Samhain, when the veils between the worlds are thinnest. In Celtic lore, this year, the year is divided into 2 seasons. Samhain marks the end of summer and celebration of the harvest, and Beltane marks the beginning of summer. It does not matter if you live in the northern or southern hemisphere, the meaning and purpose of Samhain as a time of ending and new beginning, of harvest, transformation, and renewal for your psyche is at work within you. On October 31st, the same day as Samhain, Mars at 9 degrees Virgo trines Pluto at 9 degrees Capricorn and forms an inconjunct with Uranus at 9 degrees Aries. You are supported with an opportunity to transform and heal something that's been hidden and blocks your authentic expression. The inconjunct between Mars and Uranus may feel a bit weird, like a nuisance comes suddenly out of the blue. You feel the need to react, but wait. Contemplate what happens now, and be with any uncomfortable feelings that may surface, and see what resolution happens for you. Things should sort themselves out nicely, just don't push back or resist. Be kind and forgiving. Also on October 31st, we have a finger of God, or Yod, forming between Mars at 9 degrees Virgo and the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and North Node at 9 degrees Scorpio and Uranus at 9 degrees Aries. The fingertip or apex of the Yod is Uranus in Aries. This is a fate point. The feminine earth water energies Mars in Virgo and Saturn, Mercury, the Sun, North Node, and Scorpio forms a base of support to help you break through old warring and struggling type patterns represented by the Uranus and Aries energy. This finger of fate can free you from previous collective restraints. On November 1st, we have the 4th exact square between Uranus at 9 degrees Aries and Pluto at 9 degrees Capricorn. And on November 1st, also many cultures around the world celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Lights. On November 1st also, there is Mercury conjunct the Sun at 9 degrees Scorpio, sextile to Pluto at 9 degrees Capricorn. As with the finger of fate, you have the supportive sextile energy at work in the water, earth elements, helping you to absorb and ground the tense energy of the exact square between Pluto and Uranus being released. The Libra moon today supports your instinctive emotional nature and makes it easier than usual to maintain your balance. You feel confident, grounded, able to take positive action that transforms and heals. During this time, the number 9 is strongly activated. 9 is a number of magic and the power of belief to transform, as well as indicates ancestral worship and the power of beliefs. Also indicates support from the unseen spiritual worlds. On November 3rd, we have the annular Scorpio solar eclipse new moon at 11 degrees Scorpio at 4:50 a.m. Pacific. The Scorpio new moon goes void of course a few hours later at 8:23 p.m. Pacific. The path of the Scorpio solar eclipse will most affect the United States and Mexico. On November 3rd, the Sun at 11 degrees Scorpio is sextile to Mars 11 degrees Virgo. This gives practical support and empowers you to take practical and effective action. The Scorpio solar eclipse is strongly supported and gives you a fresh new start in this area of your life. Here's the lineup of main players and influences for you. The moon gathers force on its path to eclipse the Sun. It sextiles Venus, about to enter Capricorn, and trines Neptune at Chiron and Pisces, opening you to love and healing your psychic wounds, and conjuncts Mercury in Scorpio, releasing your mind from old attitudes and seeding it with fresh ideas and new ways of thinking. The Scorpio new moon reaches its climax with a conjunction to Saturn in Scorpio, giving stability and structure to your intentions, sextile to Pluto in Capricorn, giving depth and power, trine Jupiter and Lilith in Cancer, giving enthusiasm and promise of fulfillment, and opening you to the deeper recesses of your feminine power. The time between the Scorpio new moon solar eclipse at 4:50 a.m. Pacific and when it goes void of course at 8:23 p.m. Pacific is the best time to perform your new moon meditation for setting intentions for the new moon being birthed. The effects of the Scorpio solar eclipse will unfold over the next 6 months to a year. A link for a solar eclipse butterfly transformation ritual appears below. On November 5th, Venus enters Capricorn for a long stay, as it will retrograde at 28 degrees Capricorn on November 21st, the day of the solstice. I'll post a video about Venus retrograde in Capricorn soon. On November 6th, the Sun at 14 degrees Scorpio conjunct Saturn. You feel strong, confident, secure, and grounded. You may be involved with negotiating a serious matter. Saturn gives you a sense of authority and the ability to stand up for yourself. On November 6th, Jupiter at 20 degrees Cancer stations retrograde until March 6th. Jupiter's retrograde will give you help to reassess your values and your beliefs related to this area of your life and help you to become aware of attitudes that may sabotage you. Jupiter retrograde gives you the ability to become aware of and change old beliefs as well as transform and heal yourself in this area of your life. On November 7th, Venus at 2 degrees Capricorn sextiles Neptune at 2 degrees Pisces. Something beautiful may occur now that will assist you to experience more pleasure and ease in the area of your life where Venus is located. November 9th is a big green light day for you, followed by a series of luscious days leading up to the Taurus full moon. The intensity of the Scorpio solar eclipse has waned. On November 9th, we have the first quarter moon at 18 degrees Aquarius. The moon goes void of course exactly at the quarter moon. There are positive aspects occurring on this day, so if there's anything holding you back from achieving your desires, it will easily fall away. On November 9th, Mars at 14 degrees Virgo sextiles Saturn at 14 degrees Scorpio. There's opportunity for taking authoritative action to realize your desires that are backed by Saturn, creating a stable and realistic structure in the area of your life where both Mars and Saturn are located. On November 9th, also Mercury at 2 degrees Scorpio trines Neptune at 2 degrees Pisces. Mercury is in a trine to Neptune for about a week as it slows down to station direct tomorrow. You'll be feeling Neptune's dreamy, elevated effect on your thinking. Mercury trine to Neptune and water elements is good for meditating, dreaming, writing, having lovely conversations about matters of importance to your heart. On November 10th, Mercury at 2 degrees Scorpio stations direct. Your thinking shifts into forward gear. Allow yourself time to adjust over the next couple of days. As your thinking clears, you'll be feeling forward momentum. Mercury will be out of its retrograde shadow on November 26th. On November 11th, Mercury at 2 degrees exactly trines Neptune again. Positive thinking will come easily now. You may have an important connection with someone or download fresh imaginations. Now that Mercury is moving direct, the skies are clear and making extraordinary connections, and your new perceptions are taking root. On November 12th, the Sun at 20 degrees Scorpio trines Jupiter at 20 degrees Cancer. Again, you have another extraordinary feel-good day. You feel enthusiastic, optimistic about who you are. Your sense of purpose can get a real boost now. There can be opportunity for advancement in the area of your life where the Sun is located. On November 13th, Neptune at 2 degrees Pisces stations direct. If you're a Pisces Sun or have a strong Pisces influence in your chart, you'll begin to feel stronger emotionally. When Neptune is retrograde, there can be a tendency to feel depressed and confused. The Neptune retrograde and Pisces effect happens as it deepens your intuition, expands your psyche in the watery depths of Neptune, and it can leave you feeling lost and at sea. Now you begin to make sense of all those new psychic impressions and subtle nuances you've been picking up on since Neptune went retrograde last June. On November 14th, 15th, Venus at 9 degrees Capricorn exactly squares Uranus, conjuncts Pluto. This aspect can feel harsh and intense. You may feel it for 2 to 3 days before and 1 to 2 days afterward. Your most private emotions and what you love is intensified as it conjuncts Pluto. So when Venus squares Uranus, the Awakener, there's something that may happen that may cause you to feel vulnerable. Pluto is a very controlling planet, and there can be a tremendous pressure and resistance to change. It's a tense aspect that can be taken personally, so relax and breathe through it if it hits you hard. It's trying to open something deep within you that's very resistant to being exposed and healed. This Venus conjunct Pluto and square to Uranus will happen 2 more times over the coming months as Venus retrogrades in Capricorn. This kind of intense pressure and buildup of attention just before a new or full moon has been a recurring theme throughout this year. On November 17th, we have the Taurus full moon at 25 degrees Taurus at 7:16 a.m. Pacific. The moon immediately goes void, of course, so it's best to wait until the moon moves into the sign of Gemini later in the day at 4:07 p.m. Pacific to do your full moon meditation. The Taurus full moon forms a trine to Pluto and Venus in Capricorn and Mars in Virgo, and a sextile to Jupiter and Lilith in Cancer. The Taurus full moon is also in opposition to Saturn. The Taurus full moon also forms a loose Star of David. The Star of David is a 6-pointed star that is formed by the intersection of a grand Earth trine made up of the Moon in Taurus, Pluto and Venus in Capricorn, and Mars in Virgo, and a grand water trine made up of the North Node, Mercury, and Saturn in Scorpio, Neptune, Chiron, and Pisces, and Jupiter and Lilith in Cancer. I'll be posting a video about the Taurus full moon very soon. Please leave your questions and comments. Let me know how things are going for you. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, relax and enjoy your life. I'm your host, intuitive astrologer, KG Stiles.